welcome in to another stitch tutorial, and today we're going to be doing the cabbage patch. Now I'm not talking about the dance move, but more the crochet stitch with my lovely custom made hook by Jelena over on Etsy. Cutlery Designs. She is linked down below in the description, just below where that lovely thumbs up and the subscribe, notification bell are located. But I'm digressing, so let's get on. The cabbage patch is done in multiples of 4 plus 3. So I've done 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and now to add my 3. 1, 2, 3. Now in the 5th from the hook is where we're going to begin. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the 5th. We're going to do 4 double crochets all into that one stitch. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're skipping 3, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th we're going to do another 4 double crochets. Now this is a 2-row repeat, so this is the first row that you will be repeating. So all the way along, after the initial, you are going to skip 3 and double crochet 4 all into the stitch. So again, 1, 2, skip 3 into the 4th, 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Skip 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th, 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to skip that next stitch and into the last 1 double crochet. Now it will show you as you go along that all the sides, left and right, will be 1 double crochet before the little clusters begin. When you get to the end and you've done your double crochet on the end, chain 3, and this acts as a double crochet. Turn your work, and then you want to be looking at your first cluster. You are going to be doing a double crochet into the top of the 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4, into here, a double crochet, and chain 2. Now we're going to go back on ourselves to form a cross stitch, and where we did the 4th, we're now going into the 1st for a double crochet. There's the 1st, in we go, Now, depending on your tension, this will make these either puff out quite a bit or not quite so much. The looser you are, the more they stand up. But this pattern is a one-sided pattern. Now from here, we're going into the next cluster. Going over to the fourth, which is over here, and we're putting a double crochet. In we go. Chain 2. And in that same cluster, we're going back to the first double crochet. Okay. Over to the next. 1, 2, 3. There's the fourth. Double crochet. Chain 2, 1, 2, and then we're going back to the first, which is just here. And you want to continue that all the way along, and that is your second repeat. So we're just heading over to the next fourth. You might have to fiddle around a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chain 2, and then go back into that first. Now when you get to the end, like now, make sure you are going into the corner to finish off with a double crochet. Always chain 3 and then turn. Now from here, you'll see we've got little humps where we did the chain 2s, and these are what you're working in from now on. So find your hump where your chain 2 space is, just there, and in for 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Find your next 2 chain space and another 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, oh, cramp, and 4. And continue along into each 2 chain space. One, 2, 3, and 4. On the very end, into the corner, a double crochet, and as always on the end, chain 3, which acts as a double crochet. So let's finish the second row repeat for you. We have our cluster. We're going into the 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4, double crochet. And chain 2. Now to make that cross stitch, we're going back on ourselves into the top of the first. Find the next cluster. 1, 2, 3, 4, into that 4th, double crochet, chain 2, and then we're going back to the first. Now, little tip, when you're doing this going into the first, bring up that loop so it is level with everything else on your hook. Don't keep it all squashed down here where you're going to struggle. 4th. Chain 2. Go back to the first, which will create your cross stitch. Double front cross. From here, next cluster. 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th. And you do that for however much you need for your project. You do your double in the 4th, you chain 2, go back to the first, double crochet. And always on the end, make sure you do a double crochet. So there we have it. Put a little hanky marker on. Now that is the front and the back. Now this is slightly raised on the right side and fairly flat on the back. So let me just move the mandala just for a moment so that you can see properly. There we go. Now this is a very thick stitch, so good for blankets, maybe a scarf, something where you need a little bit of warmth and thickness. But there we have it, the cabbage patch stitch. I hope it has been of use to you. If it has, you know what to do, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.